Hello and welcome back to Gabo Sports. We've got a very, very special episode for you guys today. Arsenal have made it to their second ever Champions League final.
Gabos. The name of the game is Gabos. Game ain't based on sympathy. If you got sympathy in this spot, you ain't gonna never make it. You gonna never make it.
So, Issa, why don't you take it away?
Oh, bro, the best week of my life, bro. The best week of my life. I can't lie. After Madrid v Arsenal, I'm gonna be honest. I was shitting it, bro. I was shitting it. I'm like, bro, these lot might actually be onto something. But guess what happened in the end? Football heritage. Arsenal got down to the crunch stage. They beat Madrid. Although I'm a big fan of PSG, after that Madrid game, nothing should have stopped Arsenal getting to that final. That's it. You put Madrid to bed in the Bernabeu. Nothing should have stopped you getting to that final. But guess what? In typical Arsenal fashion, you got schooled. You got schooled by a better team. Set pieces ain't gonna work for you in the Champions League semis. You try. Listen. Arsenal played decent in the second leg. They played better than I thought they would. But bro, there's levels in this sport. In this sport, when you have technicians in the middle, you're going to get played off the field. And listen, you had your chances. Saka had a nice little chance he should have put away. But PSG, they're lacking a clinical striker. They had some chances. They obviously missed a pen. But no, listen, I expected, especially after the first leg, I expected PSG to do the job, and they did.
Abdullah, I'll go last. I'll go last because I want to get Abdullah. Obviously, he's a moderate in the fan base. You know, he's reasonable. He's rational. He's realistic. So I just want to get I want to get his expectations of what he thought could potentially happen yesterday, and then let's compound that with the reality of what actually did happen.
I think our midfielders wasn't great, but I think the difference was between us, even though Issa was saying they need a 9. Bro, we have Saka up on the front three. They have a variety of forwards. When Ousmane Dembele is coming off the bench, I know he's usually a starter, but even if it was Barcola coming off the bench, and we got Trossard, like there's levels. I'm not saying Trossard is amazing. I mean, awful off the bench, but he's not Barcola in my opinion. Bro, but one thing I was guilty of. I was like, oh, Partey when he comes back, Bro, that fucking bro, I don't even know what to call him, but that guy, yesterday, he was horrendous, bro. He was fucking awful, bro. Like, bro, we just saved a penalty, and this guy goes in 2 minutes later, he's giving away a goal, bro. And this is the story of this guy's career. Yeah, he could have 30 games in a row where he plays fantastic, but when it matters most, he's either absent or he bottles it, bro. But yeah, man, I just don't think it was enough. I think it's poor, bro, and I think we deserve all the criticism we've gotten. And I agree with Issa. Once you put Real Madrid away, bro, you gotta go win the whole thing, man.
Yeah, good points, man. There's two types of Arsenal fans. Yeah, there's Arsenal fans who are like actual fans. They support the club, they back the team, and then there's Arsenal fans who have been hurt so many times. They watch because they're like obligated to watch, but they actually hate the team and the club and everything it stands for. And I've been kind of teetering on that edge for a long time. Yeah. But like, I think yesterday was like maybe the straw that broke the camel's back, bro, because everything that happened, and I was watching with Baz and I was watching with Omar as well, but everything that happened, like nothing surprised me. Like, not like when I go back to all the big Champions League ties, yeah, where we had to do a comeback and then it ended in glorious failure. When you look back to the 1-on-1 that Gervinho had in the 90th minute against Bayern to take us through on away goals, when you look at the half volley that Van Persie crashed into Abiati against AC Milan at the Emirates to bring us level after losing 4-0 the first leg. Glorious failure. And yesterday, bro, about 15, 20 minutes into it, I looked at Bazzi after all that domination, after all those chances, after those wonder saves. And I said, man, if you don't score in that period of pressure and momentum and just barrages of attack, then PSG are just going to feel like they caught life. By the way, I think there's like an echo, man. Is it coming from Issa's mic? I don't know where it's coming from, but I feel like I can hear myself in the background. Yeah, I think it was because the balance of the phone, but I think it sounds.
I muted my mic, so it's definitely not me.
Let me mute my
Yeah. All right, so is it me? I don't know if it's me.
No, it's better now.
It's not me. Yeah. So as I was saying, I knew what was going to happen. It didn't surprise me. What pisses me off, bruv, is twofold. Is Mikel Arteta, bruv. Everything in the build-up, everything in the post-match, the club, this post they put out today where it says, we came of age, the boys became men last night. No, they didn't, bruv. They shut the bed once again. You become men when you win shit, bruv. Become shit. And I have to watch, my language, because obviously YouTube has got some harsher censorship laws than TikTok, But the guy that they call our captain, bro, fire him out of a cannon, bro. Fire him out of the cannon, bro. He's not good enough. He is not good enough. Real Madrid saw it very early. They said he's good, but he's not good enough for us, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so with us, you got to realize that to become like the elite of the elite, it's what Arteta said in his first presser, bro. You have to be ruthless. And in that team, there's like a lot of players who you can just tell, bro, they're playing out of their cotton socks right now, and they ain't got no more to give. Odegaard's one of them. Martinelli's another one. Marino, he's shit in midfield, and he's average as a striker. He had a nice purple patch, but he can stay in for one more season, and we can shift him back to Spain. Partey, I mean, if they sign him onto a new contract after that, 31 years old, and he's had rest, he's had a game off the last leg, not good enough. Kivior, benchman maybe, but preferably sell. Lewis Skelly had a bad night. I mean, he's a quality player. He's 18 years old. But, bro, it was just boring. It was predictable. It was classic Arteta game management. 82nd minute of the game, we bring on Ben White. 88th minute of the game, PSG take off a defender, 3-1 up, and put on another striker. And I think that just sums up the mentality of the two coaches. And it's why Enrique is looking for a second treble, and Arteta is scrambling for excuses, bro. Not good enough. Drastic changes need to be made. Sell these players, sack the coach. That's my take.
What do you think of Arteta saying the best team went out of the Champions League?
Booty.
Obviously, he's tweaking, man. Bro, do you notice that tie was lost at the Emirates, man? Like, how are we playing better away from home than we played at? That's, bro, just shit, man. Honestly, the fact that we came out the way we came out at the Emirates, bro, we didn't deserve to win it, bro. We came out like we were the away team.
Yeah, we got bopped, man. Listen, at this point in time, like I get it. We deserve to get trolled and all the rest of it and yada, yada, yada. But at this point in time, bro, it's not even interesting. It's kind of like United losing games. Like Arsenal bottling it is not like a new, beautiful feeling that we can all enjoy and take the piss out of. It's our historical baseline, bro. Is to raise expectations and then fail to meet them. And it's just another year, bro. It's another year. I remember last summer they were like, after we went out to Bayern Munich, they were like, yeah, the Arsenal board are worried about the lack of X factor in the front line and the inability to create those kind of moments that you need to win the big trophies. And they loaded us up with Raheem Sterling, bruv. So, but what they don't need to change.
Wait, we need to talk about Arteta now, bro. I need to know what both of you think of Arteta. Now we're into the 5th season. no silverware, 15 points adrift from top of the league. You got to the champ
Yeah.
semi, fair enough.
Yeah.
What's your where do you stand on Arteta now? Honest answers.
Shall I go first?
Yeah, please, man.
I've got to the point where I'm fed up in terms of defending him, but you can't say he's like even the people that don't like him that want him out. Like if you objectively just look at him as a coach and what he's done, you can't say he's a bad coach. He's a good coach, but I can't say that now with conviction that he's the guy that can get us across the line. I would still give him one more year because I just want to see what he's got with the O that he needs to get with the forwards. But in saying that, the people down now that are calling for his head, I'm not. I used to get really annoyed of it. I used to think it was a stupid shout, but now I can't really defend it until he like as a fan that's been Arteta in. I think I've done my part in defending him, bro. Like I've done more than my duty. Yeah. Now it's his time to repay me or just get the fuck out, bro. That's how I see it, bro.
Listen, man, if I had my way, I would fire him last night. I would have told him, listen, man, we'll get Jack Wilshere to hold on to the rest of the games, and we'll start a managerial search. We'll try and get a Simeone. We'll try and get someone who can do something, bro. Someone with some pedigree, bro, to get us to some places. But the truth of the matter is, like, there is absolutely no way that's going to happen, bro. We have the most spastic, gullible fans ever. We have a 15-year season ticket wait. Every single match is a sellout. Every single year we break records for revenue and merch sales. There's about 57 Adidas special kits that fly off the shelves. The social media presence is huge. Advertisers, partners, businesses getting involved. We're based in London, and they're turning a profit on the team, bruv. There's literally no reason for these bums who own us to spend a penny on improving the club when it already makes so much money. And every year, all we need to do, is like Patrice Evra says, and I hate Patrice Evra, but he says the whole Netflix FC stuff. Every year it's next season, every year it's next season. And bro, there's something to that, bro. Every year is a cliffhanger that makes you think that next year it's going to be the one that does it. You know what I'm saying? Every year, either we start horrendously and finish unbelievably, we start amazingly and shit the bed at the end. But every single year there's like, oh, imagine if next season we just do all of the bit that we did when we were good, but then we just managed to iron out the stuff that cost us all the important shit. I'm just not interested anymore, bro. Either get somebody in serious or it's going to happen again. So that's my thoughts on Arsenal, man. But look, we've spent enough time on Arsenal. Let's talk about the final. Let's talk about the contenders for the Champions League this season: PSG, Inter Milan. I want to start with Inter Milan quickly and just round up what could be. Maybe the remontada was better, but this is going to be right next to it. Like, this was two heavyweights going at it for 12 rounds, and it was probably one of the most amazing ties. Probably the best advert for getting rid of the away goals rule ever, in terms of just how from minute one this was just a barn burner of a tie. Were you surprised by the result, Issa?
Do you know what? Yeah, the first leg, I didn't think it would be as open. I'll be honest. I thought Inter would be a bit more solid. Obviously, we know, Barca are very good going forward, but I thought, maybe Inter would maybe try lock up shop, get a goal, see what they can do to manage the game. The second game surprised me because I thought, right, cool. The first game we had a goals galore. Second game we're not going to have that. It's going to be a bit more of like an intelligent approach to the game. But bro, what a game to watch! Like, as a neutral, fantastic, splendid game to watch. But I can't lie. I still thought, bro, I don't know, Inter, they're coached well and whatever. But bro, if you look at the individual players in their team, they've got one or two, but they got like fucking Lautaro Martinez leading the line. Bro, they're just even Thuram. But I'm not his biggest fan. But Barca, I expected, but I can't lie, I expected Barca to go through. maybe like there was question marks after the first leg, but I thought no, Barca would do the job. So I think Inter did better than they could, and I think Barca did a bit worse. But Barca as well, yeah, defensively they're not the fucking best either, bro.
So bad, bro.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say it surprised me, but definitely the amount of goals that were scored, especially against Inter. Barca, I was like, all right, okay, whatever. Whatever Inter score, Barca were gonna try to score one over. But Inter shipping that many goals in, yeah, it did surprise me. But maybe in the final it'll be a different approach by Inter. I don't know. Maybe because it was 2 legs and the first game was a write-off for Inter. They're like, you know what, let's go toe to toe with.
I think,
Agreed.
bro, like this season, I think the only reason I think Inter are very solid, bro. I think they conceded more in this tie than they did in the whole Champions League run that they've had. But bro, this season Barcelona's like attack is just insane, bro. And that kid, like you didn't mention the kid, Yamal, he's the whole reason that tie was that, bro. Do you know is, bro? They said, Inzaghi said we're gonna put 3 man on. They were putting 3 guys on this guy, and when because they put 3 guys on him, everyone else got more space for Barca. Because, bro, no matter how many guys you put on him, he finds a way to do something. Whether he wants to put it, like, cross it. Okay, you want to show him down the line? He don't mind. He'll go down the line. He can play the ball inside. He can cut in and ross it. Bro, he's got it all. Do you get it? But I think, I thought that Inter would go through, but definitely not like that. I didn't have it like that. I thought Inter would, but do the typical Italian thing, make it a very boring game, blah, blah, blah. But bro, Barca's O was just so good that they were forced to play a different style. And shout out to Dumfries as well, man. This guy got 2 assists in the second leg, and I think got 2 goals and an assist in the first. So yeah, man.
But bro, Inter from the 50th, 60th minute, they look cooked, bro.
Well, they're on roids.
Yeah, bro, they need some anti-doping to go visit, bro. After that 60th minute, bro, they just turned into something else, bro.
Bro, because
listen, bro,
you know, on the over. Sorry, Gal, just before you go, I was gonna say, because you know, on the overlap, I watched it today. Ian Wright and Neville and that were saying, bro, where the hell? Like, how the hell did after the 60th minute did they get that second win? It just came out of nowhere. It's impossible, bro. Like he's like, we understand they put on a few guys, but they put on Darmian and stuff, and they're like, and Barca put on guys too. But Inter looked so much fresher, bro. It looked nuts.
I think every time they bagged, something came into their players, especially after the equalizer, to make it was it 90 or something minute to make it 3-3. After that, after that you'd say like, all right, calm. Now I can see why they've got second wind. But before that, bro, I see Thuram's limping. This Bray can't move. They got like a 90-year-old playing at the back, bro. I was like, bro, these lot are gonna get fucking washed aside now, bro.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
110% they're doping, bro. Henrik Mkhitaryan left us 5 years ago, and he was struggling to cross the halfway line in one counter attack, bro. And 5 years later, he's like 37 years old, and the guy's like 100 minutes deep, and he's still tracking Pedri, bro. So of course he's doping. Of course they're all doping, because when you look at that team, player for player, they're all a bunch of rejects, bro. It's like Simeone's strays, bro. They're all. But Matteo Darmian has made 2 Champions League finals in 3 seasons. We watched this guy play. I know you can improve. Cherby, bro. Did you see when he took his t-shirt off, bro? Yeah, he looked like he just got out of a camp, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not talking about like a training camp, you know what I mean? You got out of camp, that guy, bro. He was looking fucking busted up, yeah. Look, but I'll tell you one thing. Simeone is smart, yeah, because Barca were gonna score regardless. So,
you mean Inzaghi?
like, Inzaghi. They were gonna score regardless, yeah. So, so he knew he had to have that punch up with them. He just like, the only way to beat Barcelona in that kind of a tie is to just go swinging with them. And boy, did they go swinging, man. Like, there's a lot of guys who came out of that with like massively inflated reputations, rightly so. But yeah, man, to bring it back to Booty's earlier point, outside of Messi, who's like not in the conversation, I think this guy's like the most special dribbler I've ever seen, bro. Like there's no like defensive setup you can put together to lock him up. And not only that, yeah, like at the speed he's going, like the decisions he makes or the techniques he's got, whether it's outside the boot, a little dink, the way that he in the first leg kind of chopped it and then curled it round, bro, he's unbelievable. He's the best player in the world. Like he is the
Bro,
best player in the world. He might not have like
you know,
but he's the best.
nah, he is. You're right. 100%. But you know what was so cold, yeah? When they were, I think it was 3-2, and it was like the final minutes of the game. And any other player would just take it to the corner. He's like, nah, bun that. He cuts in and he runs it against the post. I was
Smashed
like, whoa,
it.
this kid
Yeah,
is not. And you know,
unbelievable.
when there's a bit of space, when it's not crowded, you know, when Sommer made that crazy save on my life before that, I was like, bro, he's bagging, because you know, when he's got a bit of space and he cuts in, he shifts it, it's peak. 9 times out of 10, it's going in. It took a Sommer insane save to stop him, bro.
That probably cost them the tie. That decision not to take it to the corner flag.
Yeah.
No, bro, I think the decision to bring on Robert Lewandowski in the 90th minute of the game instead of a midfielder to try and stop the counterattacks or stop them breaking, because they were good. I'm not a big fan of Martinez. I'm not a big fan of Thuram either. But one thing we can say is, yeah, I don't know how we Arsenal fans glorify Havertz for his hold-up play, bruv. We saw what a real hold-up play was from Thuram, bruv. Thuram in that second leg, and even the first leg, bro, he played the kind of the big man to Lautaro's small man, bro, perfectly, bro. Trapped the ball, allowed these old guys to shuffle up the pitch, laid off when he needed to, ran when he needed to, came deep when he needed to. Bro, let's see if he makes the final, because there's been some rather worrying allegations made on the eve of the semi-final. I won't go any further into it, but bro, he had an absolute unbelievable game. Who do you guys think is going to win the final? PSG, Inter Milan? Nobody would have predicted it pre-season, although both teams obviously very good. What does your head say? What does your heart say, Issa?
Bro, it has to be PSG. Bro, it's like they've come close before, but now they look like they've got a cohesive team. They've got like technicians. Dembele is in the form of his life. So the rumors, obviously, he's had a great semis between the sticks. They have to, bro. They have to. If they don't win it this year, they're never going to win it. And plus, it'll be so dry to see Inter win it, bro.
I knew Issa would feel that way. I knew it.
It's just a dry team to win the Champions, bro.
What's it called? You know, by the way, you know when I think Gabos actually collectively we predicted. Remember we did the Champions League draw. I think we collectively did predict Inter to go to the final. By the way, but I think Inter's gonna win it, man. I can't lie. I just think you know. I have this theory. Yeah, I think it's, and I was saying it because when I first saw the semis, I picked Inter to go through because it's very rare. I know there's a select few guys that have been in the Champions League final before for PSG, and Marquinhos, and maybe was it Hakimi there? I don't think he was, but maybe he was. But Inter more recently have been in the Champions League final 2 years ago, yeah. And I believe genuinely most teams that win it is a team that's been there before, failed, and then they go back and win it. I think they have the know-how. I think they're just more experienced. I don't think Barcelona and PSG going forward are as potent as Barca. So I think that Inter will be able to deal with that better. And I think they'll just make it like a more of a boring tie and just get over the line.
I'm more inclined to agree with Aboudi on Inter Milan. I think, yeah, in terms of like being wily veterans compared to PSG, who are still a very, very young team. Excuse me. Who are still a very, very young team. PSG, I think the average age is like maybe 24 years old in that lineup. You know what's going to happen, bro. It's going to be the Italian dark arts are going to come out to play. They're going to be making a rough and tumble, niggly little game. And I think, the experience is going to trump the youth. I do think that it's probably on the balance of the entire Champions League a fair result that they have been the two best teams in the tournament so far. I mean, they didn't have PSG. Remember, they had the most insane draw in the league stage of all the teams. They went through the absolute ring. I remember the meme of was it Nasser El Khalifi when they were doing the draw, bruv, and it was just one heavy hitter after the next coming out of the hat. And everyone was like, "Well, these guys, they've lost Mbappe, and now they're getting put straight through the ringer." And they come out of it, lost to Arsenal, the Emirates, all the rest of it. And then I think ever since that Liverpool first leg, they lost to Harvey Elliott. Obviously, their league form took an upturn in January, but ever since that Liverpool first leg in February, they've been. I think the belief everyone was like, "Raw, these guys are really cooking, bro. This is the most cohesive the teams look. They're all defending together, which is not what they had when Mbappe was there, not what they had obviously when Messi and Neymar were about, because they were just given no defensive duties." Go on, Booty.
Can I ask a question before to end? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If Inter do win it, who wins the Ballon d'Or?
That's a great question.
Who's been the best player in the world for you? Because I don't think it should be based on like the team that wins the Champions League. I disagree with that concept to start off with. It's a recent-ish concept, but who's been the best player in the world for you? Is it Rafinha? Is it Yamal? Is it Salah?
I personally want Dembele to win it.
Mm-hmm.
But and bruv, I don't know. Yamal, obviously we both. It will be fucked giving the Ballon d'Or to someone his age, bruv. I can't lie.
Issa, remember the Euros as well. I forgot that.
I was thinking of that as well, bro. But bro, it's a tough question, bro. But listen, if we keep it back, the best player has to be Yamal. The only way he won't win it is if PSG win the champs. Then it has to go to Dembele.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Booty, who do you think?
I can't sleep. I genuinely can't. Like, in terms of the best player, like, put stats to the side and just tell me. I've never watched ball. You gave me a comp of this season and it's all the players. I'm going Yamal, man. Like, he looks like Messi's baby, bro.
Bro, I was talking to Baz about this other day. I was like, it would be deep on Rafinha, yeah, considering the stats and the clutch moments and all the rest of it. But so much of the stuff that he has done, and I'm not taking plaudits away from him, has been off the back of the defense and everyone else being so preoccupied with stopping this guy as well. And there's been a lot of chances that come off the back of it, a lot of tap-ins from his crosses and his cutbacks and all of it. And even after this unbelievable season, I still don't enjoy watching Rafinha as an individual player. I think he's mechanical. I think he's a bit of a dry watch. Yeah, he gets goals and assists, and yeah, he dribbles and he can do a step over and all the rest of it. Yeah, but it doesn't move me. When you watch this guy, and there's no bias, bro. But when you watch this guy, bro, every single moment, whether it's he gets tackled or it goes out for a touch, bro, every single time he's trying to do something nuts to somebody, bro.
Yeah.
He's trying to put it through their legs. He's trying to do something crazy. He's taking 2v1s. He's doing all this kind of shit. If he develops the right foot, yeah, that goes along with that left, bro, he is going to be different gravy, bro. He might even be the best ever, bro. He's got the potential to be the best ever. Let's put it that way. At this early stage.
Is there a world where Bastoni wins the Ballon d'Or?
Nah, allow it, man.
If Inter win the champions,
allow
is there
it,
a world where he
man.
can win it?
Nah, allow that. That's nasty, bro. That's dead. Nah, allow it.
Wait, can anyone from Inter make a claim for a Ballon d'Or?
No, I don't think so, man.
Because
they're not going to win their own league.
Yeah.
If it was I think if Inter won the Champions League when they got to the final against City. Because like Martinez had a 30 because he was top scorer in Serie A, X, Y, Z, and other. I think he won the Copa America that year. But this year he's been bad. So I was thinking maybe Lautaro, but then I was thinking he's been bad in the league. Like he's turned up like in crucial moments in the champs. Don't get me wrong, but in the league, like he hasn't been doing it. Do you get it? And he went on some crazy drought. But I can't think of anyone that enters like, okay, give it to this guy, bro.
There's nobody, bro, because this is...
Give it to the manager. The manager deserves it.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, bro. This is a managerial job, bro. There's not one where the manager's been dragged by superstar players, bro. This is a guy who's just been out coaching the competition. But also, I mean, look, they're not winning. They're not going to win the La Liga the Serie A by the looks of things. That's going to Scott McTominay and Conte and them guy and Lukaku and those rejects. So for me, look, it'll be an unbelievable achievement. Be happy with your champs medals, but you got to give the Ballon d'Or to like even like Barcelona. I mean, Lewandowski, he's not going to get it. He's on 40 goals this season. You know what I'm saying? Like they've just been. He's got Yamal's got what 27 assists or something like this.
Yeah,
I mean, he's been unreal, bruv. Unreal. I want to quickly cover the fixtures today because we're going to try and put this out today. We've got the second leg of the Europa Semi Final. Issa, I'm sure you're going to be heading off to watch that at some point. It's a done deal, no?
Yeah, job done. Let's see who awaits us in the final. See if we can get into the champs next year. Show you lot how it's really done, innit?
You can say that now, bro. We're in May. You know, we're a long way away from Unana going back to Istanbul. So let's leave that there. But yeah, I mean, I was reading the reports this morning. Both Nico and Inaki Williams are both out injured. So I mean, after watching that first leg where they were absolutely gashed, by the way, there's no way that United fumble this at Old Trafford, right? This would be liquidate the club levels of a disaster, right?
You never know. Especially with this team, you never know. Honestly,
Listen to me. If you go out tonight, yeah, don't delete your WhatsApp. Don't talk
all
about
it takes
care.
Is one early mistake from Onana.
Brother, you guys were lucky that 10-man Leon didn't knock you out because I would have flown directly to Egypt. I would have dunked on your head top so badly. But if you go out to fucking Atletico Bilbao, yeah, at Old Trafford, when three of their best players, they have that Sansei guy, top scorer for them in midfield, who didn't play in the first leg as well, by the way. He's out. And Inaki Williams is out. Nico Williams is out, yeah? And you go and lose.
And they have a 3-0 advantage.
Listen, this is
a stackable offense.
It's very unlikely. But with this crop of players, there is a possibility. It is possible. We're not the best at Old Trafford. All it takes is one mistake from Onana early doors. The heat is on. Bruno starts throwing his arms around. Bro, there's so many events that can lead to capitulation. But
by the way, Issa, Abudi, I want to say this. This is a clear, surefire sign. There's been some real character development with this guy, bro. I cannot believe, after all the years of knowing Issa, that this kind of objective realism and pragmatism is coming out of his mouth, bro. This is insane. Albeit he did say he's going to show us how it's done in the Champions League next season, blah blah blah, the rest of it. But bro, this would be beyond catastrophic, bro. This could be worse than Munich for Man United, bro, if this happened. You know what I'm saying? So you better hope that's not. You better. Well, I mean, seriously, this could be worse than that, bro. So you better hope that doesn't happen, bro. I'm not sure if this is going to be allowed to be involved in the edit. We're going to have to check in with some employers. But with that being said, that's just my thoughts. And that's my thoughts and not the thoughts of my colleagues, my peers, my co-stars, or the Gabba Sports brand. I just think it would be worse than Munich if they lost today to Bilbao. Personally,
if no one noticed, now they do, bro.
Well, bro,
You
listen,
tripled down on
listen.
it, bro.
If they've made it this far into the episode, yeah, they're true Gabos loyalists, and they're not going to send this clip to all of our bosses at our place of work. I'll include the details of the email addresses to send it to in the description. But let's go on the other side of the tie, which I think is where we could potentially see an upset. Bodo Glimt, who I think they won like 32 of their last 38 European fixtures. The Giants from somewhere in Scandinavia. Are they Norwegian? Are they Finnish? Are they Danish? Are they Swedish? Are they Vikings? Are they extras from the TV show Vikings? I don't know, but Spurs take a healthy lead there too. James Maddison is out for the rest of the season with ligament damage to his knee. Their star player, which kind of sets up the potential for another funny night in the world of Ange Postecoglou. Booty, what do you think about this one, man? Let's start with you.
You know what? Yeah, I think Spurs. I think Spurs can go out and genuinely because I remember Lazio got bopped and Lazio were favourites if I'm not mistaken. One of them were favourites. Lazio were a good team this year and they got bopped out by Bodo Glimt. Yeah, especially because of the away tie because they're playing on a 3G pitch. It's a bit odd and around. I don't know how they played on there, but whatever. But the fact that Ange said, yeah, I always win a trophy in my second season. I don't know, man. I just feel like there's something there. They're just meant to be in that final. Whether they win it or not, that's another. But I think Tottenham United, as much as I hate both of those clubs, but that final would be a good final, man. I can't lie. It would be a battle of the bums, but it'll be a fun final, bro.
Bare bums in the shower for the Europa League, but you know, obviously you hate both teams, as do I. Probably, I don't hate Spurs anywhere near as much as I do United. That goes without saying, just from the era that we're from. But who would you be rooting for in that final? Should it be those two?
Now we've already discussed this, man. You know what it is? Before this brother here, this fucking anyways, this guy came out of the fucking woodworks alongside his little Man United bum chums. Because you know, as United fans, you forget how AIDS they are because they're so dead. They're quiet all year round now. So you kind of forget about, like these man, they actually are fan base. Do you get it? Then every season without fail, one thing I'll give them, yeah, and I've been trying to fire it off for the last few years. We've been talking, yeah, second, this, that, and the other, but they come out of silverware every year, innit? So you just have to just be like, fuck, how the fuck are these guys so dead, but they still got chat for us? Do you get it? And I just don't want, I've had enough of this. So they go from the League Cup to the FA Cup to Europa League. Nah, man, bun that. Let Tottenham, I don't know any Tottenham fans. I know like a few Tottenham fans, but they're nothing like the United fans. So they can have that Tim Pot Cup, bro, and get on my face.
Man, we're singing from the same hymn sheet because, like, the fact that United could have a season where every week their coach comes out and says we're the worst United team in history, and that includes obviously the team I just referred to a little bit earlier on, and they would make it to the Champions League after all of that, and like we're basically the same, except they've had a cup and a parade. After everything we've done, after all the Instagram reels, after all the press conferences, after all the believes, after all the tifos and all the Real Madrid and and we're on the same. We're I can't let that happen. I would much prefer Tottenham have a crazy celebration. Everyone gets off Levy's back, so he doesn't do anything in the summer again. Ange sticks around. They come to Champions League next season, and just everyone just clots them, bruv. That is a much preferable situation to Manchester United having a trophy parade and me having to watch Sir Alex Ferguson in the stands again. I don't know how he's still around, by the way. I mean, I've got a calendar here circled on. Anyways,
No, you're finished, bro.
Yeah.
Let Issa have
I
the
can't,
final
bro.
statement. You're gonna get us ripped off the internet. Issa, have your
Yeah,
final
yeah,
statement.
yeah. I apologize.
Guys cooked us today.
Listen, as far as I see it, it makes no difference whether it's Bodo, Glimt, or Spurs to get to the final. We're gonna pick up this trophy. As the gaffer said, we're the worst team in Prem history to win a European Cup, or we will be. But on the game itself, if I was saying there's a possibility United can get smoked tonight, there's definitely a possibility Spurs will get smoked. We're 3-0 up, they're 3-1 up. Artificial pitch. But you know what? Yeah, I was a fan of Ange, but you know when you hear someone's voice too much, he starts to fucking irritate. He starts to irritate me, bro. So I personally, it doesn't make it. Listen, I want. You know what? Yeah, part of me, if we're not gonna win Europa, I want Spurs to win it. Just
This
for you,
guy's
innit?
so nasty. I know.
So United. Listen, if we're going out, I'll be rooting for Spurs, innit? But no. Listen, I think they should have enough to get through, and we'll meet them in the final. And I'm sure you lot will be cheering on United as hardcore Arsenal fans, especially you, Igal. Are you saying now you want Spurs to win a trophy?
Egal, you're muted. Egal, you're muted. Yeah, your thing's gone. All right. Let me sign us out. I think that's enough talk about the Europa League. Egal's still talking, but no one wants to listen.
You know,
No, he needs to answer the question. Igal, are you saying you want Spurs to win a trophy?
give me 1 second, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
We can hear you. Answer the question.
Listen, man, I'll answer the question. Bro, I would personally hand Spurs the trophy myself if it meant being. I don't really hate Spurs, bro. They've done nothing. They are nothing, and their entire existence, bro, is just to try and hate on us. That's literally all they do. So let them have their parade. Let them have their trophy. Everything stays the same. All their protests mean nothing if they win a trophy. Load up Daniel Levy for another 10 years, and let's just keep it stepping, boys.
Calm.
All right. Well, look, hey, I can't tell anybody when we're going to be back next. We're going to try and get on some sort of a schedule, even the football is actually ending now. I think the last time that we actually recorded and put out an episode, Arsene Wenger had just joined Arsenal. So let's endeavor to meet up at some point in the next decade. And yeah, man, peace and love. Like, subscribe, go on the TikTok, put some comments on there. We need some more comments on there. And we'll try and keep up the production. Peace.